Hey, what's up, gentlemen and ladies? Happy Peace Agreement Day to South Sudan. So it's been a couple weeks, guys, as you all know, I do usually take a small break during the whole Christmas/New Year season just to kind of be with my family and all that stuff, but I'm glad to let you guys know that I'm finally back, and woo boy, was this a pretty eventful winter break, all things considered, in terms of like Final Fantasy related stuff. So right off the bat, I don't want to waste any time, and let's just jump right into our first story for today, which is about Final Fantasy XV, of all things. Great. That's always good news, isn't it? Well, as it turns out, guys, following in the footsteps of Justice Monsters 5 and King's Knight and A New Empire and Pocket Edition, Square Enix is releasing yet another Final Fantasy XV mobile game. So if you guys recall, years and years back, there was talk of a Final Fantasy XV related MMO style game probably coming to mobile devices. And when I say years back, I mean like in 2017, maybe even 2016, like really early, right after FF15 had just come out, if not even before the game had come out. And a lot of people just kind of assumed that this mobile FF15 project eventually turned into either Pocket Edition or most likely A New Empire, which not a lot of people paid too much attention to, all things considered. But as it turns out, this secret FF15 MMO was apparently still being worked on in the background this entire time. In fact, it's been in the works for like 3 years now, and it finally got revealed as just Final Fantasy XV Mobile, at least for now. So according to the Kotaku article, it's being worked on by two separate teams, the Korean developers JSC Games and then the Chinese developers GAEA Mobile, with Shanghai Oriental Pearl Group being the publishers. It'll run on Unreal 4 and it's set in a parallel universe to the main FF15 storyline, and it's set to get an initial release in China with more info about other regions to come at a later date. Honestly, I know that people are gonna complain like, oh, Dean, you're always so negative when talking about FF15, but I'm sorry, there's just not much positive to say about this. I mean, I liked FF15 itself a lot, actually, but just when you think that they finally hit the last nail in the coffin, milked this game IP for all that it had left in it, you find out that there's something new that's coming along. Whether it be the update that the Google Stadia version of the game got, or now this new mobile game tie-in. It's frustrating because all of us have lost all hope of Square ever going back to the main game FF15 itself and fixing any lingering issues that we may still have with it, but they'll still gladly go and put all those efforts into releasing this additional bonus extra tie-in stuff that nobody asked for. It's frustrating. I thought they were done with this whole game after they canceled the entire second season of DLC and the damn director quit, but apparently not. It seems that FF15 just can't seem to catch any kind of break, and it sucks because I know that they could be doing better than this. But okay, that's enough talk about FF15. I won't keep beating a dead horse. Unlike Square Enix, I know when it's time to move on. Our next story is actually about Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. So during Jump Festa, we actually got quite a bit of new info for the game, including a new character reveal. That's right, it's Ardyn Izunia from Final Fantasy 15. Oh, come on, Square. Yeah, almost 2 years after the console release and close to 4 years after the original arcade release of the newest Dissidia game, we finally got some villain representation for FF15 in the game. Not that it really matters at this point. I mean, look, I hate to be such a Debbie Downer during all of this, but I think that a lot of people stopped really caring for this specific reveal a while ago, and while it definitely is cool to see him in now, don't get me wrong, it's kind of a case of too little too late to me personally, at least. But anyways, Ardyn, as well as new character skins and weapons for both Sephiroth and Rinoa, have all been available in the arcade edition actually since Christmas Eve back on the 24th. However, they will be releasing on the console version of the game today, actually, on the 9th, so if you want to scoop them up, then they'll be on the PlayStation Store as of the release of this video. And speaking of the PlayStation Store, actually, I'm sure a lot of you already heard about our final story here today, but apparently there's gonna be a demo for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it got leaked. So up until now, there has yet to be any official talk from Square Enix regarding this demo, but GameStat and other PSN tracking websites did find the listing for the demo, and some were even able to get their hands on it and play through part of the game's opening. Footage of this demo can be found online, but it's possible that Square will, or in fact may already be tracking down this footage and trying to remove it from places like YouTube, for example. Not only that, but hackers were also able to data mine some stuff about the game that wasn't even necessarily supposed to be in the demo itself, but just from the files that were left from the complete game. Now personally, I said this last year when it came to Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'll say it again, I don't really think that it's worth it to freak out and block yourself off the internet to avoid, quote, spoilers for these games. It's very unlikely that you'll run into these things. Honestly, I find that the harder you try to avoid spoilers, usually the more likely you are to run into them, whereas when I don't even try at all, I usually don't find anything. And even if I do, like with Kingdom Hearts 3, it was such a predictable thing, first of all, and second, it was completely out of context, so it really didn't end up mattering all that much. I mean, personally, I run an entire Final Fantasy YouTube channel, I talk about Final Fantasy on social media, I do live streams for the series, I have a Square Enix Discord server, and I haven't run into any of these, quote, leaks yet. I haven't gone out of my way to look into them either, but if I had to guess, and people who have looked into them will know, it's probably nothing major anyways. That being said, if there is anything about this that you guys want to talk about, I did actually make a dedicated chat on my Discord server for FF7, quote, leaked related info, and I assume that as the weeks and months go by, a lot more info, both official and unofficial, is going to be coming out about the game, as tends to happen with a lot of AAA titles nowadays, sadly. So the chat will be there even going into after the remake itself releases, just to talk about, I guess, like late game spoilers and all that stuff without fear of ruining the game for other people. So if you guys do want to join my Discord server, the link should be in the description. That being said, I personally will not be talking about any non-official info relating to FF7, either here on the channel or on social media or anywhere really, as I myself would like to remain spoiler free, but if you guys want to, knock yourselves out. And that's pretty much all the Final Fantasy related news that we got these past couple weeks. It feels good to be back, guys, and I can't wait to keep making more videos throughout 2020. But either way though, that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to blitz that like button, subscribe, and as always, stay tuned, Kupo.